So a little fun background tea. The catalyst was inspired by a year-long container that I was in all through 24 that I can think of at least 5 success results this year that I would not have achieved or embodied if I wasn't inside of a container that was designed for intermediate to advanced level business owners, practitioners, etc., of the healing arts, mind you, mystical texture. Because having that peer level group of people who were just as devoted, focused, self-aware, spiritually connected and attuned, socially plugged in, and all had an impact-driven business made the largest impact on the consistent level of self-concepting that I was able to achieve in relationship to my goals. You hear it all the time that strategy is 20%, energy is 80%. That shit is true. And because you are intermediate to advanced, because you are a powerhouse, you can ultimately give yourself over time, in a longer period of time, with a lot more effort and a lot more needing to see your blind spots on your own over time. You can achieve the same thing you will get out of this container. You will eventually be able to step into and affirm and embody your next level of service and impact leadership, etc., in your business in 25. It just might take longer. It just might feel harder. And this is why this matters, because harder and longer after the last 2-3 years of economic topsy-turvy, where your business is likely not seeing the same level of growth that it was seeing before the pandemic, and also not seeing the same level of revenue generation, that the idea of longer, more effort, more grind is going to compete with your deep desire to get more stable, to feel more confident, and to be able to feel regulated and relaxed and on your way to the financial prosperity that you need to generate in your business for your life, right? So this invitation to invest $555 a month into yourself and what your business will start to produce when you level up internally and you don't feel so many withholds on your personal power, you don't feel so burdened or weighed down by your own self-doubt, you hold back on your sense of readiness to pursue bigger levels of industry leadership, right? And stop waiting for the results that give you a sense of readiness, deservingness, willingness, etc. The way that I like to look at this work, this container, is we are working less with the human side and more in the being side. We are human beings. And when we leverage who we are being, the circumstances of our humanity, including our business, what happens in our business, what stops happening in our business, shifts, it changes, right? So we are doing work from the inside out. And this isn't about a lot of learning. I think a lot of us are so sick of learning new shit. It's not about learning new things and just kind of feeling temporarily relieved that you have the strategy in the pocket for when you have the capacity to look at that strategy, right? Or tolerate the sensation of what comes up by trying to implement something new. So this container is 6 months long because we are in winter and the business world doesn't necessarily honor the human forward approach to leading your business and a body-friendly approach. And so the first 3 months of this container, while we are actually, our bodies, our minds, etc., are connected and plugged into winter energy, we're going to be doing activities that match rest, resetting, regulation, not just around where you are in this moment, but preparing your mind, body, nervous system, opening up new pathways of how you self-concept and how you can show up this year that will make a difference in the bottom line of your impact and the bottom line of the revenue that you generate this year. And then after that 3-month period, when we are literally defrosted and our energy is raising and the sun is out and we can move differently energetically, that's when we can dial back into more of that building of momentum and staying in motion. And everybody that joins this coaching cohort is going to have a high level perspective and unique experience of the same common denominator desires and areas of challenge to overcome. And so the dynamic way that you all will be able to relate with each other and normalize and co-regulate with each other around the things that have been, feeling like such a personal experience that you are isolated in is another major, and also another of the catalyst, and also another major reason why I'm capping this at 10 people. So this is just a quick drop-in to touch bases on some of the natural and valid objections financially, time-wise, and just a general wobble around disposable income or feeling like the path to being able to invest in myself and my business is not as clear and open and it'll work out. There does need to be some real tangible logic to how this investment will return, right? So where you're getting your ROI. So anyway, I wanted to give you this short little something to support and contribute to your coming to an informed decision to join this container or not. And also to emphasize the uniqueness of this container and the efficacy of this container. And if you are someone that is on the fence, that this is meant to contribute to some clarity. Anyway, feel free to respond to this email. I would love to hear from you who come to a resonant decision that feels good for you. Wishing you all the best during this holiday season, and I hope to see you in the catalyst.